35-15 range. You can go bigger unless you're doing like really big stuff. Probably not necessary.
Does it come with that case when we buy one?
Yeah,
if
come,
they get one?
It'll come just like that. So you set it up. You have the scanner, the probe, a calibration plate, and then the head unit and tripod. So now it's 110 outlet, and then I just plug in my laptop. I'll run the software off it. Software is included, so we can scan these, align the CAD, bring in the models, everything, kind of all together.
Yeah. It's real easy to set up too and mobile, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I do it 3-4 times a day, so really all you need is the power cord. You have the cord that runs into your laptop, so you can set it up kind of wherever you want. And then you just have, you know, if you want to scan, you plug the scanner in.
Right.
So it's pretty quick here.
As far as moving it around the shop and things like that, that's definitely doable with this, isn't it? As long as you have an outlet, right?
Yeah, so I mean, as long as you have an outlet, you run it, you set it up, and then most like CMM equipment, usually once you fire it up, it could take like 30 minutes to an hour. Mm-hmm. This one is usually lasts for about 2 minutes. And
okay.
To go. So
just calibrate it and all that.
Yeah, so no need to like set it up every time you do it. So it's really just plug it in, plug the scanner in, I start it up, should have it ready to fire up and start measuring in like 2-3 minutes.
Right. Okay.
Scanner. This is what it looks for on the infrared markers, is those dots on the front, and they're all around the scanner as well. So it just reads this, so I don't need to set up the parts in any location like a normal CMM. I can put the parts here, come take the probe, you know, measure my inside bores, go hole-to-hole distances. So it's kind of like a 3D hand tool. And then the scanner, I mean, you'll see it'll be very quick, but I can overlay a CAD model, do a CAD compare across the whole thing, cross-section it, things like that.
Right.
That's what came out last year. About 20, I think it's like 20, 25 feet, somewhere in there.
About 25-foot cord.
Yeah. Nice heavy. Scanner, probe, all set up, powered, and like I said, it'll be about 2 minutes warm-up time. I can pull the software while that's loading. It's this 1217.
Yep,
that file?
1217,
Right.
that's what it is.
All right. Yeah, so if you want, here, I'll show you real fast. So, cord, so all in right now. So, it's really just plugged into a 110 outlet, tripod setup, head unit. Now we have a touch probe and the scanner with the software set up now on a laptop that runs, you know, our software off of it. So, looking at the inside of it, when you're kind of curious about what the markers are, so right now it doesn't see me, it's red. Once I'm in line of sight, it'll be green. So I move across this area, head unit just follows me. So looking at the inside screen over there, so those are my markers, my infrared. I don't need to mark the part or put anywhere in particular, it's just looking for my little scanner. And anywhere I move, like that head unit, that head unit, it just follows me everywhere I move across the 30-by-15 area. So it should be fine for everything you guys have here. Going back into it, I want to inspect this part real fast. I'm going to get all the dimensions off of it. All I would do is click measurement, touch screen on both handhelds. So it's touch screen, We have a camera as well, so I know reporting was a big interest for you guys, validating the inspection. So when I measure my part, I can take a picture of it, and now every time I measure, whatever I check off on that part will also go up that screen up there. So now you can see, all right, where did you inspect it off on, what home are you calling out to, so on and so forth. So you'll see that at the end. I can clean up the report, but camera built in to make your first articles a little bit nicer. Now here, parts down on the ground. All I'm gonna do is hit a play pause button. So really simple, no crazy setup or spray. I just point and click. So I start painting it. And you can see, here, let me turn on the exposure real quick. I start spraying it. And you can see a lot of lines on there, so it's a crosshatch. So you can watch on the screen as well. If you want to look up there, just how fast it's kind of picking up all that data. Let's look to your right. There you go. So I can zoom in, zoom out. Click OK, and I'll see what kind of data I got to play around with.
And you were saying it was a infrared is what it's using to scan the part
Yeah,
with?
infrared. It's a violet light scanner. Honestly, I'm missing a little bit of data here. Let me try that again. Let me put the exposure real fast.
Okay.
Are these painted? Are these final, like, good to go parts?
Yep.
Okay. Do they ever look like? This is gonna be a lot more concentrated, so it should be fine. It just won't be as fast as the crosshatch. I was just curious.
Yeah, I should have thought about that.
Oh, you're good. I forgot about that last time.
Because you had that other one in there that was already painted you did.
Oh, that smaller one?
Yeah. Had a lot of bends on it.
Yeah.
You can really see it getting a little more defined.
Yeah, that was a lot better. I was doing a single line, it was showing up better. All that.
Just go there and clean it up.
Yeah, so I can clean up the scan, kind of get rid of the loose noise if I want. I close it, scan, delete, complete the whole part, invert, delete all that. Now I just have the part itself.
Okay.
Now I have the part, so now
Oh,
if I wanted to, and I can go back to, here, let me take that picture. I get a picture of it. So if I click something like the cylinder, I just click on the inside, grabs all that data. Now it says, you know, there's that hole. Oops, go back one. Or even go. That cylinder. It's inside cylinder. Inside cylinder. I can do like a whole distance, say, you know,
Yeah, like hold the
hold a
hole.
hole, things like that. And I take a picture of that side I have. And now you look at it, you say, all right, there's my report. It'll say, you know, 926, 925 diameter on my two cylinders. What's the whole distance between them? Things like that. So while I'm doing the inspection in the background, it's kind of creating that report for me. So now it'll say, you know, what's my number? Once I put this CAD model in, it'll pull in the values for me.
Right.
But it takes that picture, whatever direction I have it at, starts showing what you have on that report. I'll just keep flashing. All right. I'll just keep. Well, I can bring the CAD model in now.
Then you bring the CAD model in, that'll compare it to that.
Yep. Compare this guy.
That's C11.
Yeah. CAD. Import. Right there. It'll say, you know, here's my scan. Here's my model. I need to match them up. All I do is click 3 spots.
Just the same 3 on each
Yeah,
one?
same 3, kind of a quick fit up. I could do a coordinate if I set a whole system up, but for right now, I'll just do a quick little overview, just showing you like even a basic operator. They just click 3 points. So now my scan is aligned with my model. It loads in. There you go. So now I have it aligned. You see everything I've picked so far. That green, it already brought in my numbers saying I'm right on, I'm good. I have my deviation in there. So I have that cylinder, that one, that distance looks good. So now it's already giving me like the green light for it. So now, since I have it aligned with the model, it already has my stuff done in there for me. So I don't need to look at a print or anything like that.
Right.
I just kind of click my part. So I don't know what else you might have in here marked, but say I want to do like the gap. I just click, you know, this wall to like this wall. Maybe curious about like the bend angle of it. 89.88, also good. You have plus or minus ½ degree off 90.
Right.
So I could say, you know, 90 bend, whatever it may be. Save that, and also I can look at, you know, overall scan, color map, where might I see warpage issues, or maybe where it might be a little bit out of spec. So we're seeing a lot more green over here, a little bit of red, maybe a low spot in here as well. So maybe I don't know, maybe it's undercut. I mean, it's high on that side, so maybe it's just off a little bit
On
in one direction.
the welding,
so,
the welding.
yeah, if they want to see that, you can. I can't remember if we talked about that last time. For like flatness is a big one usually. You want to see how flat something is. So it'll show you like the heat map on that as well. But yeah, so I have an overall picture, and you can see like there's my scan part CAD overlaid on the background there. So I save it. I can go 10x. Save this program, and once I have it done one time, you could probably
I mean, you can save it and run it again if you have a lot of the same stuff over and over again. So
Yeah.
that way, if someone off the floor does this, they should just be able to grab it.
It's already in there. Just
Yeah.
grab it, scan it.
Already in there. So I'll say, you know, it's Kentworth.
Yeah.
Say I save it for Kentworth. Got my picture of my report. Now it says, you know, Kentworth, timestamp, 10x, QC, whatever it may be. There's my part right there. Everything's checking off good. And you show them this final report saying, you know, here's heat map if you want it. There's my CAD model in there. It's all kind of aligned, checked up to whatever code you want it at.
Yeah.
So, I mean, real quick, I mean, it's kind of just be pretty basic at this point, but I mean, I can look at it and just kind of, again, scanning it, clicking on my basic shapes where it'll kind of already do that, all that information for me. So like, if I grab that inside, it says the inside's a little bit small, but I think the model's pulling from the outside, so that could be wrong. But say it's wrong, you just click it, it gives everything in there. But I think that was just pulling off bad CAD data. And then if you wanted to as well, say you have it scanned in with the CAD, I can click scan, cross section, pretty much just cut the part, same way like a print view might see it. So say I have, let's do this one. So say you have like maybe a weld you want to check or somewhere a little bit more precise. I have my scan over here, 2D view. I can just cut it right down the middle, cut my part in half, and now I can look at it and see, you know, my CAD model is the yellow line, the blue line is my part, so pretty small gap there, looks right on. I can click, you know, average distance, check a whole area, 27 thou gap between my part and that. So I don't know if that's critical, but it looks pretty good. So I can use it as like a 2D inspection tool as well. So like maybe checking an arc across a wide area. I can kind of just click, you know, arc tool. Tells me like, oh, it should be telling me the scan, cross section. Go back here and cut that again. Say like right here. Maybe one of these corners, arc radius. Tells me like the radius of a small corner, things like that. So I can cut my part, and that'll also be saved in my report is that cross-section view if you want to look at it. So depending on what you're looking at, but I mean, for right now, real easy, point and click. We have all the GD&T, so parallelism, perpendicularity stuff is pretty hard to measure. Concentricity of like circles, see if they're aligned. And then you can make, like you talked about, a lot of hypothetical points, like intersect, stuff out in space. We can kind of have a whole tool suite here to kind of make stuff up if it's not actually on the part for you guys. But it should be able to handle anything to kind of have looking at there. So, I mean, scan, final part, CAD overlaid, all in our software, kind of pretty basic setup, really easy to learn. So, I mean, if you have more stuff on there, I can kind of just add to it and create a bigger report if you want, but really it should just be a quick set it up, scan it situation.
I think that one would probably.
That's fine?
Yeah, that's a pretty hard part for us to measure anyway, with what we need to measure. Now, unless you want to show how that works a little bit on something.
I mean, same idea. Let's say we have, so how this works is right now the scanner, the probe is on now, so green light says it sees me, same idea, picks me up. So I can interchange between them. So say it is something basic, like you just want to put this part down right now and maybe it needs to go out the door real fast, like check, you know, what are these holes to each other, or whatever it may be. I can just click, you know, circle tool. It pulls it up and says, you know, what's the ID of the hole, take 3 points. So all I do is put the tip down inside, kind of like, you know, whatever, height gauge, caliper, tape measure. I just take 4 points. It says, all right, there's my diameter, there's my roundness on the part. It shows up on the screen as well, so I can take a picture. in like a height gauge, figuring out the height from this to the top, I just take a point, click distance, and it says, you know, what is the height of that right there. And you see, it tells me the exact height from that base up to that point right there. So it's supposed to just be like a quick little hand tool.
Right.
A little bit more accurate as well. So usually I tell people, if you want to, let's put this down to -1. If you want to do it, or I don't know, you're not comfortable with the scanner, this is really just like a, what shape do you want? We need a quick angle, distance, whatever it may be. I just put the probe tip on my part, click measure, and it starts building out the same way. So I can do, you know, probing and also scanning all in the same program. So depending on what the application is.
Based on which tool you have,
yeah,
or if you just had both of them.
Because sometimes, like scanning, if it's like stamped sheet metal, sometimes it's hard to scan that like a circle because it's so thin. It's not really grabbing like a true angle of it. So something like that, when it's thin, I can just set the ruby right down the edge there and get a more true idea of how big it is. So you just kind of switch interchangeably with whatever the job asks for.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, technology's come a long way.
Yeah. Like this guy. Like that guy, small hole. I would just do that real quick. All I'm doing is, you know, pressing it. It says, you know, there's my flatness right there on the screen, 3 thou. I can put a heat map across that, see if like the metal's been warped at all, and then it starts putting the picture on the screen for me. Distance, center to center between both. And we're looking at 270, 263 distance. All the numbers are bad because they're not in the CAD model, so I mean, I don't know. Imagine it is
But
bad
if you had
though.
the CAD in there, it would compare.
Yeah, because
like
right
we
now
did
it's
the
telling
other
me
one.
that's not good because it thinks it's in a model. But if it was bad, it'd show up red instead of green. So it'll do both for you.
Right.
And like I said, if you have someone to follow along after this, it'll walk them through the step order of events. So if you have this part to check again, it'll say, you know, measure this plane, circle, circle, and all these numbers are already kind of in there the first time. So
Tells them what order to go in.
yeah, so then they just follow along on the screen, either the scanner or the probe, and they just it'll just walk them step by step.
Yeah.
So now you have, I mean, real brief, but 3 parts,
Yeah.
kind of inspected, type it in, customize it. So you can obviously show them and say, hey, we have a CMM, we checked it too, verified it, and it does some of that article writing for you. That way, you don't have to hand type everything. So say Kentworth, you know,
Right. And we
same
just
day.
store those in a file in the computer,
Yep, so
and print them as we need them, or send them as we need them. Don't have to have a paper trail, right?
yep, so I'll save it. So I can always pull it back up in here, but say I run it repeatedly, like the same part,
Yeah.
like a CNC part right here. I checked it like, I think last year. I checked it like 8 times. I go pull it back up. You know, I can filter it and see, all right, I had 8 measurements, 6 were good, 2 were bad. Each individual measurement, like a diameter, flatness, it'll show me the average range data. So if you want to do a quick run out or have like, do some analysis, it'll say, you know, what kind of numbers do you have? Trend graph of like that certain part, shape, whatever it may be.
Kind of over time.
Yeah,
The different times you.
And then right here,
do
so
them.
these are all from like last June, November. And I can say, all right, customer wants to report back. I go in here, find the timestamp. I open it. It's okay. And now it pulls up that part for me again with everything I checked off on it. So we were doing like a bolt hole pattern on this one. All these circle diameters need to be around 3/4 of an inch.
They all were
Couple
okay.
thou. I click, you know, again, export, report, pulls that sheet back up for me if I need to go find it again.
It'll be in there.
So it's really just quick measurement. You can build it if you want to run it again or check those parts over and over. If you do check them, it'll go into our stats and analysis, create Excel sheets, whatever it may be for the part.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really just set up, plug it up on the floor. You can keep it on a tripod. You can mount it up on the wall and just bring this to maybe a designated area. Just put the part down, check it real fast. And the software is included, training's included. That'd be me locally. Come out here, help you guys. But yeah, scanner, probe, real simple stuff.
Okay. Appreciate it, Gatlin.
Sir.